Whether you are new to this or true to this, welcome to Real for That. I'm Ben.
And I'm Steph, and this is the show where we use our expert opinions to recap, review, and dissect our favorite reality TV shows.
And this season's all about Love Island USA, season 8.
That's right, let's get real.
This last episode was cute.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was following a dumping
Indeed it was.
of Corbin and Permita, which we all know how I feel about that.
Okay.
But yeah, this episode was kind of like a reprieve from anything that would change the game, you
hmm
know? No dumpings, no real challenges. It was more so just like fun villa pranks was kind of like the vibe.
Right, which I was wondering that whole time if that was going to lead to something. And then in this episode, at least, it didn't, but maybe
No,
next.
at all.
No.
It was like just like for fun.
Yeah, so basically what we're referring to is the Love Island producers sent the girls a text. They sent it to TT's phone. They all gathered, huddled quietly, did not mention that they had a chat, or they had a text, I mean. But anyways, and they huddled together and they're basically given tasks and they have to assign to each person what they're going to do. So one was like, have two of the guys give you a back rub. One was get a guy to kiss you in the photo booth that's not in your couple, which that one was like T. Um, and like get someone to go to the kitchen and then return it 3 times before it's perfect and just like weird stuff like that. And then the last one was like get them all to jump in the pool. So they had a bunch of
Yes.
like those like little cute tasks. It's giving what's the show? It's giving $1 Million Secret if anyone watches that because they have to do like these crazy tasks that everyone like once the first one happens, they're kind of aware that the millionaire has been doing these tasks and they're like, great, like who can we like pin this weirdness on? Like who's being weird? Oh my God, that person used this word in Spanish 3 times today. I think they're the millionaire. But really like they just know Spanish and they were just saying it. It's not weird at all. So it's like stuff like that. But then in Love Island, I'm like, okay, how are they gonna make this like a real twist? Like, how is this going to apply? Is this going to take over a challenge? Is this going to let them win something to further their game? Is the one who does it the fastest going to get on a date? Like, we don't know. And then they do all these tasks, and at the end, they're just clapping that they did it. Like, there was nothing else to.
I I really just think it was like to give them a reprieve and like give them something to do.
Yeah.
Because also they were probably like, thank God, because aside from like what we see, they're
Bored.
probably thank God we have something to do.
Yeah.
Finally, we have like a task or something to
Right.
occupy our time.
Listen, if I were in this villa or any other reality TV household, you realize I would be doing stuff like this every single day. So at the moment that something like this comes, nobody would think I'm being weird because I do it all the time.
Right.
Like I'd be
Right.
doing pretend tasks.
Yeah. Yeah. But I do want to touch on Kata and Zach's little fallout after finding out the episode before that they were in America's bottom three in
Okay.
terms of voting.
Yeah, let's cover it.
Um, Zach knows. He knows. He knows. He was like, America doesn't like me. They don't think I'm good enough. And it is true that it, everyone loves Kata.
They do.
And like I don't even think that he's like in like a terrible person. He's just kind of like I think he's just like a bothersome person. Like I feel like everyone's just kind of like a little bit like annoyed with him.
Yeah, I'm annoyed by him.
Yeah. Like I don't hate him and like if she loves him, great for her. But like he is just like really annoying to watch. And so I think that like sorry, like that's kind of what landed them there. I was shocked that they were in the bottom still, but
Me too. I'm glad.
yeah, and then Kato was like, am I too mean to you? Like I don't always say please and thank you.
I'm crying out the culture again, please. I didn't know it was
I
like
know, like
reading
girl,
rip.
stand true in your New Hampshire culture.
Yeah. Speaking
Um,
of having rifts in relationships, I was gonna say gall, help. Okay, Kenzie and Dylan end up having a chat. And I was quite locked in for this because Dylan had a chat with Carl previously in the same episode and was like, hey, like, I'm seeing the structure of how she goes about things like this in terms of her dating and all that. What do you think? And Carl was like, listen, we've seen it all. We got to watch this before we came in. We saw what she was like with all those other guys. What was it, like four of them? And we see how she is with you now. Obviously, you guys have a great thing going, but if you still are concerned about this, you need to bring it up to her. So then Dylan goes and pulls Kenzie for a chat. They have a chat. He gets things off his mind in terms of, am I just one of those guys that you're going to string along and then dump for someone else later on? He's like, is it the fact that like we have no bombshells coming in that you're is the only reason why you're staying with me right now? Like, what is it? And Kenzie's like, oh my God, no, 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 no. I want you to meet my grandparents. I want you to come on my boat on the lake and blah, 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 whatever. So Dylan, he just like lets it go and he's like, great, okay, cool. Like, so she does like me. But then, like, after hours of thinking about this, he's like, wait a minute. Like, I still never confronted her about like how I really felt in terms of like, could she just do this to me again? And like what is the real reason and saying that she wants me to meet her grandparents is not good enough. So he basically says that to her and then she's like, why do you keep bringing this up, like that, like you just have to get over it at this point. And all the girls are telling her that he needs to get over it. So it's like a whole big mishmash of things. I mean, ultimately they are fine, but I'm glad that Dylan stepped out of his shell and decided to reconfront her, like because he didn't say what he like really had to say in the first one.
So what do you think about the Kenzie Dillon situation? Like what's your take on it?
I totally understand where Dylan is coming from and where everyone else is coming from on the fact like even Melanie during that challenge was saying like we really think that you're only with him because there's no one else coming in type thing. Kenzie just hasn't shown us. I don't know if she's shown him away from the cameras or what, but probably not. But she hasn't showed us why she likes Dylan other than wanting to bring him to the lake.
Yeah,
So like I don't know how to feel about that. She might actually have feelings for him, but like the fact that no other bombshells are coming through and we don't know how she's gonna act if that were to happen, like it just leaves us in a place where it's like we can't trust her because she's shown us so many times that we can't.
totally. I also just think though, like I feel two ways about it because on the one hand, I'm like 1000%, like she is saying the same, nothing that she's saying to Dylan is drastically different than anything she has said to anybody else up until this point. Like she's like, I'm choosing you. I want you. I like you. But like that doesn't really mean anything. And like she really is just saying the same stuff she said to everybody else. With that being said, genuinely though, what else is she supposed to say? Like there is nothing more to say. So
Right.
like I think that Dylan kind of has to either like be like, sorry, we don't have a strong foundation and we don't have a strong enough foundation to continue this, or be like, you know what? If you're saying you like me, I'm gonna believe you and we're gonna keep going and get over it because like there's no other thing you can do. I don't really know what he wanted her to say.
I think he is, on that note, going to keep it up for the remainder of the show with her. I think he's gonna attempt to try things outside of the villa, and then they might be one of the first ones to break up.
Yeah, I just don't really know like what he was expecting to come from that.
I don't know. I think he just, I don't know how he feels personally about TV stuff, but like I think they're just gonna like stick it out just to make it to the finale type vibe, and then go from there.
Yeah, he was basically just telling her like I don't want to be a part of your pattern. And she was like,
Right.
well, you're not.
It's like, well, we don't know, but like neither of them have solid foundation.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whatever.
nobody's gonna know.
No, like as Year
Um,
One said, they have this house built, but the foundation is made of straws.
did you see that Carl finally broke the metaphor crisis in the villa and used one correctly?
Wait, I was going to write it down and now I forget what it was, and I should have written it down.
It's easier to move a house than to it's easier to move a mountain than to change a
It's a
person or
person.
something.
It's a Chinese expression. Yeah,
Yeah, he also said good morning in Mandarin.
loved that.
I had no idea what it meant until he explained, of
Which is
course.
so fine. Like I love learning.
You know who else I was kind of living for this episode?
I have one, but I don't think it's gonna be the same person. But
It
yes.
definitely won't be.
Okay.
No.
Who is it?
TG.
Funny enough, mine's Casey.
God. Enough. Like let it go. Like let it go. He was great when he was great.
He's still great.
To who?
Still I rise. Anyway, so why do you like TT right now?
Well, first of all, I just loved she was sitting down with the girls and she was like, I'm really glad that you guys like warmed up to me and like didn't hold any of the shit against me. And they were like, no, girl, we love you. I feel like that's kind of like the vibe of the girls this season. Like, whether you're best friends or not, they're all very much like, we know when it's the man who did wrong and not the woman.
Yeah, I
And
would
like,
say
we're not going to blame you just because Casey was disrespectful,
right.
which I love. And I also just thought like she ate in their little like prank challenge when she pulled Dylan and Carl into the photo booth, got her kisses on the cheek. Like, it was so tea.
Right.
I was living for her.
Because that was like easily the hardest one.
I agree.
What?
I feel like that one and the like sending them back to the kitchen.
No, that one's so easy and it makes so much sense for Melanie. But I think the two men massaging you one was hard because like who's gonna do that if they're a couple up with someone else? But then apparently Carl's a PT person.
Yeah.
So like once again, Carl did two of the like hardest challenges because he's just so amazing.
Right.
And nobody's questioning anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, Wait, why were you living for Casey? I feel like he was so relevant this episode.
Yeah, no, he was.
All he did was complain when Anaya asked him to look for something for her.
Yeah, but like it was like in a cute way of like he knows that like she doesn't wear these glasses. So he's like he was onto her.
I know, but then in his confessional, he's like, I don't know why the fuck she asked me.
Which I totally understand. Like, why did she ask him? I mean, I
Mhm.
get it just so it's not so sus, like, oh, let me ask my partner this. Let me you ask yours this. Like, like she wanted to switch it up so it didn't seem so obvious. But
Yeah,
I did also think it was kind of weird that she picked him, but like I was like, whatever, it's fine. But like good on him for actually trying because he could have been like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm having a convo
yeah.
with TT, like I'm not doing that. And I could easily see him saying that. So the fact that he actually did it, I was like, yeah, you know what, good. But no, in the morning, or maybe it was that night, I don't know, whatever. They were in a bed and Kata and Zach were like upset about people not liking them and whatever, and that's why they were in the bottom and all this. They were just like recapping that again. TT goes, I thought they hated us. Casey goes, no, they still probably do. I was like,
Crying.
I love how real he is.
Yeah, he is. He knows his
He
place, which is
knows.
good. Um, I still don't like him, but
He's kind of giving Austin vibes from last season, except Austin wasn't painted as a true villain.
oh, see, I feel like he was. I feel like everyone thought he was like disgusting.
Yeah, in terms of like high body count, all that, but I don't think they thought he was disgusting in terms of the way he necessarily treated the women that he was with.
I just remember like everybody kind of just having like ill will towards him.
I remember thinking he was hilarious. I think it's
He
the
was
same
funny.
thing. Yeah.
Um, Also a standout from this episode was obviously Trinity.
Okay, yes and no, because sorry, like, yeah, she was looking good, like all this, loved the hair. When she had to do the challenge for, what was it, making
So
them say,
funny.
obviously hilarious, but clearly she could not be on a Big Brother or Traitors because it was so obvious, like, that what she was doing. And the way that they edited it, if not the way that they started it, was she went first. So she could have tipped them all off as to what was happening before everyone else got to do theirs, which I hated.
But I just thought it was so funny. Like, I think she is so random and like silly, and the guys are so stupid that she literally could just walk up to them and say, Dylan, can you say French fry? He said French fry, and she said, thank you. And like you wouldn't think anything of it because like first of all, they're all so stupid, and second of all, like it's Trinity. Like who knows what she's up to?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm so proud of my Home Depot queen for taking the leap because she has now become the first Islander to hit 1 million followers on Instagram this season.
Trinity?
Hmm.
She worked at Home Depot?
Yes, and she quit to go on the show.
Wait, I love that even more. I love Home Depot.
I also just love that like she wasn't like trying to like be like an influencer or anything before this. She did some modeling stuff, but like
Uh-huh.
her gig was Home Depot and now, which there's nothing wrong with that, but
No, no,
I just
no.
love that she like took that leap to quit her job and now she's thriving.
Wow, Trinity, congrats.
If you ever need to share your truth, you have a safe space here.
For sure. You could be so real for that.
Yeah. What the fuck else do I even have? Oh my God, wait. So we need to talk about a couple of the things after the challenge. So first of all, I see everyone online making fun of Zach for the conversation he had with Kata
Okay.
when he was like, I feel like we shouldn't be boyfriend and girlfriend, but I feel like we should like be together.
Right. I'm
It
like,
was just like I understand what they were saying. I do think like that makes sense. You know what? Maybe like wait until after the villa and like see how things go before being boyfriend and girlfriend.
mhm.
But it was just like such like an odd conversation because like nothing really changed. They were already closed off.
And he said that he's like pretty much right when we got back from Casa, we've been closed off.
Mhm.
And it's like, great, so you're not changing anything.
I think it was just more like an affirming conversation,
Yeah. Which
which
is
is
always
great.
good. Yeah.
But like she was acting like he got down on one knee. Now, speaking of getting down on one knee, there's this fierce convo between Melanie and Sincere on the dock.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Sincere is telling Melanie that he's just like so ashamed of his own actions and like what he put her through and the fact that he made her feel that way and then like in turn made him feel so terrible about himself and he just like never wants to put them in that type of situation again. And how he wants her to be his girlfriend and then eventually be his wife and then
Oh,
eventually have his
Beyonce.
children. Oh, fiance and then wife and then have his children.
Mm-hmm. And she was like,
Um,
wow. And he was like, I'm serious.
it'd work on me.
Depends on the person.
And it worked on her.
Yeah, it did. Because then they were in bed that night.
Getting started on the children part. I do believe that they like have a lot of love for one another. I just don't think that like I don't know. There's just always gonna be like these issues. I don't know.
Yeah, and I get that.
But like I was like gasping when he was saying that.
I know, me too. But also going back to the bed thing, did you notice that literally everyone was like hooking up like crazy?
Yeah, it was a very active environment and I think it was just like the vibe of the night.
Yeah, and it's like this is the first night where I think everyone was like going at it.
Yeah, that was awesome for them.
Yeah. Even
Did
Carl
you
and
also I know. I always thought it was so funny. Um when Zach was crying after being voted in the bottom
mm-hmm.
with Kata, and Ian's doing his little intro to the scene, and he was like, Zach's crying about being in the bottom because America wants him coupled up with someone else, but who? And then Bryce walked in.
Oh, I'm dying.
It was
You
so
know that.
funny. It was so funny.
Oh my God. And also, did you notice one of the needle drops from last night?
Hmm.
They got some Teddy Swims up in there.
Okay, and that's relevant to who?
Hello?
Are you like a swimmer?
Yeah.
Like a Teddy swimmer? Is that his fan base?
Or like the teddy bears. I don't know, something. But yeah,
Wait, did you go to the pool yesterday?
no, but I brought myself for today.
Great.
I know, I am kind of
It's
hype. I could
awesome.
Teddy swim on through, but
Yeah.
that'll be fun. Yeah.
But other than that, like this episode was really like like you could skip this episode and have missed nothing,
Right.
to be
Well,
fair.
that's why you come to our show because let me recap it for you in what, like 15, 20 minutes.
1000%.
So just do this next time, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I remember feeling this way last year when it got to the final week. I remember feeling like I didn't need to watch that.
Well, also, this episode, they could have done the babies.
Oh my God, I hate that. I hope they skip it.
Are you kidding?
It's like giving, did your high school ever do the thing where you'd have to like carry around like an egg?
No.
We had like this thing where if you were like taking science class or something and you had to like carry around an egg for a week as like your child, but if you like broke it, it was like bad.
Right. No, yeah, I've heard of that, but my school didn't do it. I mean, also
I
because
just like hate it.
yeah, I think it's because I never got the babies that I want them to do it and watch them fail miserably. Like, can you imagine Casey holding a baby? He would throw it across the room.
I know. It just again feels like so filler, you know?
And also, like, it's so funny, like, hearing all the names that they have for the kids.
Right.
But maybe next episode, we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully next episode will be a little bit more significant. There's a vote tonight.
Oh my God, for what? Or do we not
I don't
know?
know. I don't
Okay,
know. We'll
well,
find out.
cool. Well, thanks for not blindsiding us and making it to the end of this episode.
Remember that our takes are just our opinions. If you want to argue, our Instagram and threads is at Real for That Podcast, and our TikTok is at Real for That Pod.
All right, guys, bye.
Bye.